So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7 with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
Go to Antique Obsessions for the hottest in jewelry, antiques, repurposed, solid sterling silver, one-of-a-kind, handmade by Bruce and Jaja. Go to our Facebook, which is Antique Obsessions, or you can go to Etsy.com and go to Antique Obsessions, one word, or type it into your Google and find us there. Thanks.
Tribal, primitive, rustic, Burning Man, punk rock. Conceptual subculture for the edgiest, most cutting-edge designs of jewelry today. Go to Etsy.com/shop/conceptual subculture, or one word, either by going to Google or search Etsy, ETSY.com, and type in one word, conceptual subculture. You will find the hottest designs using natural stones with wire wrap rings, rough, raw, genuine, semi-precious gemstone jewelry, solid sterling silver, copper, leather, organite, bracelets, pendants, chokers, men's copper cups with sterling accents, eco-friendly, repurposed, original, one-of-a-kind design earrings. Support MBN by going to Conceptual Subculture on Etsy.
Warning, warning, everything I say is fucking crazy and should not be reinterpreted or reenacted because you will be either shot or NDAA'd. Warning. Broadcasting live from Psyopsville, USA. You're listening to an essay. You're listening to Bruce Montalvo on Monday nights. That's right, Monday nights. Monday night with me, Bruce Montalvo. And let's get into the melee, the battle royale that is Psyopsville or Charlottesville or whatever they want to call it. I mean, listen to this. I need to do that Templar. Come on. See that? This is David Van's Warp Cooler, man. Yeah. Woo! What power. Woo! I need to do that Templar. Yeah. Woo! I'm punching social justice bitches.
Man, I took better photos than that at a fucking bike kill or a warp tour and shit, you know? Those are my mosh pit photos.
What do you think of my KKK voice? We're the Dear Knights Templar.
Yeah,
Woo!
it's the truth.
Come out! Let's go cornhole my stepsister, half sister.
From Kentucky, right?
From Kentucky, I'm gonna spin their eye. Wasn't it nutty? But you see, you know, I knew it was a psyop as soon as David Duke showed up. It was pretty much Psyopsville, USA. I mean, how many fucking times do they want Donald Trump to say David Duke's name? They're like right in his face, but you better say David Duke's name. Right? You better condemn it while aggrandizing David Duke. I mean, how many times is that dirtbag going to get mentioned? It's like, they have to mention David Duke at least like 100 times.
Somebody named Duke bought something from us today.
Duke.
Some,
the Duke.
Like, really wild things, actually.
Anyway, listen to this again. They're beating the hell out of each other again. I mean, I've seen better fights at like, the retarded Olympics. I mean, look at them. They got helmets.
Everybody's strapped.
I'm special.
They all want to take mosh pit photos. Look
at that guy that looks like a fat version of Michael Moore. He's like, I mean, a fatter version. I meant more obese version of Michael Moore. A fatter version, not just fat.
I don't know how he gets around that.
No, but, I mean, seriously, how many times do they want Trump to disavow fucking just David Duke? Because this pretty much you. I mean, I thought David Duke was the guy that was driving that freaking Dodge Charger or whatever that ran over somebody. Might as well have been him, right? The other guy was a patsy. It was David Duke that did it. No, but they keep
on him. That's like they blame Pete Santilli on some
and that's exactly it, because most of these people in Charlottesville, they're feds, they're FBI agents, they're COINTELPRO. So I mean, they're just there to do what? To divide. I mean, how many people really give a fuck about a statue?
Nobody even believes that there are Nazis that are around today. Anyway, it's like
look, it's retarded because those aren't the Nazis that we're talking about.
Yeah,
the ones from the secret space program. You know what I'm saying? These technically they keep throwing up Nazi. I mean, really, it's a defunct political organization that was defeated already. These aren't Nazis. These are, like I said, retards with helmets.
Speaking of Nazis and the head of NASA, the space program. I saw a video where it says NASA is SATAN. It's close to Satan. It's NASA.
Yeah. Anyway, Satan. Yes. They want Trump to like fucking mention Duke 100 times, but he's condemning the violence, and here we hear it here.
Racism is evil.
It's evil.
And those who cause violence in its name are criminals and thugs, including the KKK,
including David Duke,
neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and other hate groups
FBI
that are repugnant to everything we hold dear as Americans. We are a nation founded on the truth that all of us are created equal.
They kind of sound like JFK there, but you want to hear repugnant. I mean, it's not just these KKK dudes. I mean, they did it the right way. They had a permit, okay? And it was the cops that pretty much, the Charlottesville police that pretty much kettled the KKK or whatever, the alt-rats, or these COINTELPRO out there to try to, again, create a civil war to try to overthrow Trump, all this being paid for by Soros and co. I mean, you want to hear repugnant? I mean, listen to the other side, the Black Lives Matter side. I mean, they're repugnant, okay? And like I said, the Charlottesville PD, they kettled the alt-righters or KKKers right to the Black Lives Matter people. I mean, the Black Lives Matter, I mean, they've been inciting violence with Obama for like 8 years. I mean, the likes of this kind of stuff right here is what I'm talking about.
Of hopelessness and helplessness. The government gives them the drugs, builds bigger prisons, passes a three-strike law, and then wants us to sing God Bless America. No. Not God Bless America. God damn America. That's in the Bible.
That's in the Bible. God damn America. That's in the Bible. Mm-hmm. And then they want dead cops. I remember hearing this chant out my window in Brooklyn. Not the it's in the Bible. No, not that one. This one right here. What? Dead cops now. They want dead cops now. So this is a terrorist group. I was scared to leave my truck out there in Brooklyn. They were going to key it. Can you imagine being a cop in Brooklyn? I mean, they're probably shaking in their freaking boots. Look at this. They want to fry them like bacon, which my wife doesn't know how to fry. She gave me like some almost uncooked bacon. I said, hey, man, you got to fry that freaking swine, right? Give me some freaking unfried bacon. No, but they want to fry cops like bacon. Hear that? Oh, that's peaceful. Hey, they're pretty retarded. You hear the level of intelligence, but it doesn't get any more retarded than Al Sharpton. I mean, hear this guy. I mean, they've been telling you they're going to fight Trump, fight him all day long, and that's what they're doing. They're using this Vans Warped Tour mosh pits. I mean, I've seen better mosh pits at the Vans Warped Tour or in my wife's picture. Right? Don't you have better pictures than that crap? She does. She has better pictures. She does, but they're instigating and instigating and instigating, and what do they want? They want a civil war to create a coup, to have some type of reason to overthrow Trump. You hear him. This FBI informant, again, because that's on all sides. Black Lives Matter, friggin' KKK. There's FBI informants everywhere. And remember, the KKK was instrumental in Hillary's career. And I don't see them bulldozing any statues of Albert Pike. I mean, that guy was KKK. He was Freemason, founded the KKK. They're not destroying that statue right now, but they want people to believe that, you know, that all these people are fighting over statues. Like it fucking matters, right? I mean, really? People don't give a shit about any statues. But you have Donald Trump being told that we're going to fight you. That's what Al Sharpton and all the legion of dummy-crats were, they've been planning this coup for a long time. They're fulfilling their plans here. Listen.
Some cases worse. We're dealing with a guy who used divisiveness and bigotry and won. Now, how do we protect what we've done in the last 8 years that he's going to come after, that President Obama established? How do we protect it? And how do we do what they do? Go to work and fight back. He can rest assured we're not going to take our foot off the pedal. He is going to have the fight of his life.
All right. The fight of his life.
Now, a lot of celebrities, including yourself, said they're going to move to Canada if he actually won.
I mean, all of us said that. That was said in jest. We're not going anywhere. And clearly, what is said in jest, if that's the comfort they got, they might as well get ready for an uncomfortable.
Fat FBI nigga. That's right. That's right. No, really. You know who's funding this whole thing? George Soros. George, he's a Nazi collaborator, Soros. Okay? This guy, literally, I mean, this guy worked to help Adolf Hitler freaking round up Jewish people who are, he says he claims to be Jewish. I don't think so. This guy is freaking Nazi. Alright? I don't care what Snopes says. Oh, no, he's not a Nazi. That's not him in that picture, right? I don't care. All right, this guy is a damn Nazi collaborator. Just look it up. It's on the internet. The internet's George Soros. All right? We don't know what fucking Nazi lapel or uniform he was wearing, but he's like Dr. Evil. Okay? Seriously, he's like Dr. Evil from Austin Powers. Okay, and like I said, the KKK is infiltrating the FBI. They got FBI PSYOP bill, trying to divide people, divide and conquer. The same shit they do in all these overthrows. I'm wanting you to believe that it's Robert E. Lee's statue that's causing all the hoopla. You know, the statue at the center of Charlottesville's storm. Yeah, nobody cares about statues. Is the number one, like, telltale sign of a PSYOP is they want everybody to think it's a statue. And in reality, mean, how did Black Lives Matter get there? They're crossing state lines to show up and instigate riots. I mean, that's a crime, right? That's a felony. But I mean, these people should be charged and jailed. Okay, these Black Lives Matter idiots, domestic terrorists. Okay, who's funding them? Black Lives Matter cashes in with $100 million from liberal foundations. They cash in $100 million. Who's behind it? George Soros. Okay, you're trapped in the eye of Sauron. The eye of Soros. And, okay, you don't know what Nazi freaking family or picture he's in because they scrubbed it off the internet. Okay, they used Snopes to go in there and use disinformation, but he's a Nazi. You want to talk about Nazis? Trump's not a Nazi. George Soros is a Nazi. And they're using this to say, oh, it's the Nazis that are out there. They just hired a bunch of retards. Bunch of retards with helmets. Nothing more. Nothing less. And Trump's right. The media is the enemy. Because they're lying. You see the Charlottesville PD, they kettled the KKK to the BLM so that they could have a freaking bloody fight. Okay, they didn't keep them separate. And the chief of police lied. Okay, but like I said, regular people don't care about statues. It's nothing but COINTELPRO and feds out there. Okay, what I saw, Black Lives Matter with flamethrowers. I didn't see any KKKers with flamethrowers. Just had flags of losers that lost wars. But again, these are feds. These are all Hillary and Soros people going out there to raise hell. Okay? It's ridiculous. And if you're exposing this on your YouTube channel, just forget about it. Okay? You got to demonetize you, which I don't understand why YouTube is doing this. I mean, there's a block button. If you don't like what I'm saying, you can block me. But the fascists over on YouTube are demonetizing our videos, everyone's videos. And that's prejudice to me. That's prejudice right there. So they're standing with all these social justice warriors that are going after mechanics just for saying tranny. I'm going to fix your tranny, or going after gardeners for saying ho. Okay, it's ridiculous. And soon enough, they're going to take away your YouTube channel and everything. They're going to shut everybody up. That's what's going on. I mean, they're going crazy. The freaking wild liberal left is going everywhere, thinking they could just erase history and erase words. Look, I don't like the Confederacy, but that doesn't mean that I could just erase the history of it. Okay, it existed, whether you like it or not. So it's unbelievable. But again, our opinions are of no consequence at all. If you're not an elite, that's your opinion doesn't matter. Okay, you can say whatever you want. But clearly, we're seeing a civil war to overthrow Trump. Okay, McMaster and the deep state plan is unfolding before everyone's eyes. And what's going to happen? We have McMaster working with Soros. That leaks out there. Who's behind the leaks? The acclaimed Leninist Bannon, who Trump thinks is behind the leaks. So that guy, that pimply-faced occultist, Ebola freaking loving occultist, what's he still doing around? Then you have Pence in Venezuela looking like he wants to send troops over there, but then Trump's considering it. But how many wars are they going to fight? Now they're going to have us in Venezuela. They're going to have us in North Korea. Okay, they're saying that Guam's going to get attacked or Paradise Lost. This thing is going to be a big-ass nuke. It's going to have Kim Jong-un's face and Donald Trump's face on it. That's going to be the big-ass nuke right there. Okay, that's Paradise Lost. They're going to go after freaking Guam. Right. I don't think that Kim Jong-un and his cardboard missiles could even freaking fart off his island. He can't do anything. Okay, it's just lies by the social engineers. Everything's lies. Okay? Lies. Okay, why don't you try to walk a mile in Trump or Kim Jong-un's shoes? Why don't you try having their haircut? Wouldn't it be funny if they switched Kim Jong-un's haircut with Donald Trump's haircut? Okay, then you can see their dilemmas. They both have, funny haircuts. They do. They have funny haircuts. I think it's funny. And I'll tell you what Trump doesn't think is funny. Arpaio. He's thinking about pardoning Arpaio because he likes that he put prisoners in pink. Hopefully he can put Obama and Hillary in pink one day and have himself an ice cream cone with extra liberal tears on it. So that's what we have going on the side. And look at this. Trump's getting sued by his U.S. State Department of Justice. It's getting sued by the California sanctuary cities. They're pissed because of the takeaway of their grants. Yeah, they're entitled to give away money to foreigners that don't belong there. But Trump is requesting possible probe of China, and that's what you got to do if you want to stop North Korea. You punish China. So again, I mean, we have a history of punishing North Korea already. So this exodus of North Korea, I mean, what's really in store? I mean, are they really gonna allow Kim Jong-un or whatever the hell's out there to raise hell? To me, it's just a distraction because you see, China has bigger issues. They have threats by India, so now all of a sudden we have threats by North Korea. So it's all economics more than likely. You have the Chinese state-run newspaper warns against Trump proposed trade investigation. That's what it is. But at the end of the day, they want you to think that Trump's not fit to even be human. And you have these fat-ass commentators from CNN that look like they eat like 15 tamales per minute. Right? This fat bimbo, Navarro, whatever, CNN political commentator, and never Trump member Anna Navarro ate like 20 tamales on air. While saying, "Oh, Trump, that's not human." Fucking guzzling tamales on air on CNN, bitching about Trump's not human. I think it's inhuman to wharf down that many tamales, bitch. Fat ass. But like I was saying, Google is banning people. YouTube's banning people. Okay, they're banning conspiracy websites. So I'm on Spreaker. I'm all right. I can talk shit as long as they don't ban Spreaker, right? I don't want to give them ideas. But you see, why doesn't Google ban CNN for pushing fake conspiracy theories themselves? Huh? Why doesn't Google ban CNN for all that fake Russia shit? If they get a pass, but then the rest of us that are exposing like the flat Earth, we get banned or freaking blocked, or anybody that promotes Pepe the Frog memes gets blocked or deleted from Twitter. Okay, it's ludicrous here. The censorship is unbelievable. Okay, they got you running like Jack Sparrow against all that armada of pirates. I mean, if you say you believe in there's only two genders, you're running for your life, or I mean, it's serious. It's getting serious. Shit just go serious. Okay? But seriously, wouldn't Kim Jong-un just be better off having a Snickers? Isn't that better than having to feel Trump's fire and fury? Okay? I mean, a lot better. Just have yourself a Snickers or whatever the hell's running North Korea. I don't know what it is. A hologram, a Reptoid, his sister in a fat suit. It's pretty much the CIA at the end of the day. So this is just another boogeyman. You see, if you study history, you go back. I mean, how many times did they kill Osama bin Laden? Okay, they told you they killed him this year, and then 2 years go by and they killed him again. And the same thing with Saddam Hussein. So they always fabricate this boogeyman, throw him out there. Kim Jong-un is just one of the many. So it's bullshit. In other news, ISIS finally attacked Israel, believe it or not. 2 Israeli Arabs have been indicted for supporting ISIS. Israeli Arab brothers were arrested on suspicion they tried to join ISIS ranks. Let's see, ISIS chief behind Israel's soccer team that plot killed in U.S. coalition. U.S. coalition confirmed Thursday that it killed the top chief of Islamic State group who planned an attack on an Israel soccer team. Israel is making plans for an underground wall to block ISIS tunnels. U.S. attack kills dozens of Iranian militia fighting ISIS. So if the Iranians are fighting ISIS, why'd we kill them, huh? We're supposed to be taking out ISIS. Why are we killing Iranians that are fighting ISIS? I mean, wouldn't they be our friends? The friend of our enemy is our friend, and so on. But this military has been this military that Trump thinks he's commandeering has been co-opted by the Muslim Brotherhood, and Iran is doing big things now. They're making big moves. Okay, Iran is seeking to rebuild ties with both Saudi Arabia and Iraq, and this comes as Iran has just voted to boost their military defense by $500 million. See here, Iran parliament increases funding for military ballistic missile program. Seems to me they want to build some type of worldwide caliphate and usher in their satanic goat head freaking god or whatever the hell they worship. So I mean, this is big news, and McMaster has purged many of the people in the Trump cabinet that were working to try to stop Obama's deal or whatever dealings he had made to make sure that Iran became nuclear, as crazy as that sounds. Now, McMaster came in and he's made sure that Obama's plans are going to continue as planned. So Trump is literally surrounded by just evil freaking Brutus and Cassiuses everywhere he goes. I mean, from Bannon to McMaster to Nikki Haley to all those people are doing the wrong decisions, instigating war with Russia, I mean, they're literally trying to blow the world to hell. They want to obliterate us. They want to just have the freaking mother of all bombs nuke the whole freaking flat plane. You know, just nuke us off the freaking plane. It's getting nutty. Okay, it's getting pretty damn nutty. And I don't know, man. That's not. I don't buy the fake news and the fake lies and the. I've seen better fights, like I said at the Special Olympics, than this psyop that they're passing off in Charlottesville. I mean, seriously, it's like a bunch of fat, overweight dudes. Like, come on! We're gonna kick their ass! We'll be that statement! Come on! Yeah! Woo! I'll punch this teeth and shit! Yeah! Come out! Let's cornhole us one of these! Yeah! That's what it is. It's a bunch of guys that look like they're drinking Iron City beer. A bunch of good old boys. And their opposition that is paid for $85 million, $100 million paid for by George Soros. And the eye of Sauron overlooks it all. It's overlooking this entire incident. And what do they want to do? They want us to stop our free speech by calling us hate speech and mashing us in there with these alt-rats. The alt-right, whatever, all this term came out of probably Hillary's playbook to try to demonize the real deplorables, right? So they call your free speech hate speech. I call their speech hypocrite speech. Yeah. How about that? Because they're a bunch of hypocrites. Okay, they're a bunch of damn hypocrites and liars. And the truth about everything's coming out. I mean, it's a global mass consciousness. Okay, people are probably going nutty, not just because of this eclipse or the supermoon, but because everybody's finding out the damn freaking globe is not a globe. It's a flat Earth. That's right, a flat Earth. What? You want me to tell you why it's flat Earth? Yeah, the Nazis had secret Nazi military bases. Okay, in the Arctic. The Russians have been finding them. Okay, the Russians took that over, or so we think. And the Nazis are still running the whole damn thing. It goes back to Operation High Jump. Now, you know that guy, Admiral Byrd? And not Berg, not Iceberg, but Bird. Okay, like there's a Pepe the Frog that promotes Trump, and then there's a Fepe, the bird, that promotes the flat Earth theory. Okay, because on the patch they got a penguin for this expedition, Operation High Jump. And you look up that, then you look up Deep Freeze, then Operation Teapot, Operation Fishbowl, Operation Dominic. Okay, the Antarctic Treaty, all this. You look that up, the Antarctic Treaty, and you end up like with a stupider face than Cat Williams. Because you realize that Admiral Byrd was out there in search of the dome, in search of the firmament. And that's what you get, folks. You get lies by the Freemasons afterwards. With the Antarctic Treaty, you're like, okay, I'm pretty sure you know the Earth's flat. You went out there, you saw the ice rim, and then he comes back, and then you get nothing but lies. Why? Because it's a Freemason. You have it. The Nazis, they ran the whole damn thing. Admiral Byrd's expedition that proved the Earth was flat, but they kept it quiet. And yeah, it even has, if you look at the patch, it has the same symbolism for the UN. The UN leaves symbolize the ice rim on the flat Earth. There's even pyramids out there, folks. I mean, it's a highly militarized area. You have Antarctic pyramids. And again, it pretty much uncovers the symbolism behind the Star of David. You see they put the cross with the Egyptian cross in the middle of the Egyptian Star of David is pretty much indicative of the flat Earth. It represents the flat Earth, and the snake around it would represent the ice rim or the snake represents the firmament, and the triangles intertwined are the ice rim. So again, the Star of David is symbolism for the Hebrew firmament. It refers to it, the firmament. I mean, these friggin' Nazis, they know, and they've been keeping us confused and dazed and confused. Don't you think, Jaja? What do you think? She has a lot to say about the flat. She's the one that's helping me bust this whole thing open. I'm over here in the Antarctic.
I'm listing hell. So it takes a lot to make those.
You're listing beautiful jewelry. We could talk about my Antarctic Nazi expose.
Yeah, well,
But first tell them where you can find the jewelry.
okay. You can find the most gorgeous handmade jewelry in copper and also in sterling silver. We repurpose antiques and sort of other things. I mean, we have everything from big gemstone necklace, beaded bracelets, and big. I just designed 30 big, huge tribal copper earrings tonight, embossed, all kinds of form-folded shapes, really awesome, and beautiful handmade jewelry from the two of us, one of a kind. You can go to Etsy. That's where you can find both of our stores. We have two stores. One's called Conceptual Subculture. The other one is called Antique Obsessions. So you could type in Conceptual Subculture, one word, into your Google and Etsy, and we should come up, and you'll find us, and the stores connect. So you can even find us on Amazon. We have Amazon Handmade, and we made some clay pieces that were wild, and they sold actually to some very cool person.
I have about 50 copper earrings etched and embossed. I mean, all sorts of tribal designs in front of me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you're listing right now. I mean, beautiful earrings that the Anunnaki or the Sumerians would wear.
Yeah, yeah. And they're going to be like beaded, some of them, with some gemstones. And I use rubies and sapphires and jade and coral and turquoise. I love
raw,
stones,
natural, organic, one of a kind, forged, beautiful jewelry.
Yeah, I have
hand forged.
These wire wrap
Handmade.
bracelets I came up with. They started just selling like hotcakes. I was taking shungite, which is EMF properties, and that uses to protect yourself from the radiation, and I'd wire wrap them into some cuffs, and then with Larimar, and that a lot of them just sold. They're pretty awesome, and I just came up with them. And I also have pendants. So we have beautiful nephrite jade and some onyx and drusies and all kinds of fun stuff. And I made these orgone generator bracelets. I've always made them, but they're just always changing. The gemstones are fairly similar in the structure, but I found a way to make my own gemstones too.
And these are healing. They have healing properties. And if you don't believe me, just go back and research. All the Egyptian gods, all the Egyptian deities would have these rods, and that was pretty much, they were like their healing rods.
With crystals in it.
With quartz crystal, that's why there was quartz crystal all over the pyramids. They were using it. They had healing temples made of quartz crystal, and they would use these rods like magic wands to heal themselves. So this healing energy is has been around all the way to the Egyptian times, and you've transferred it into jewelry.
Most gemstones, they treat. And just like food, it's all doctored. And by the time you get it, it's not really that good for you. Even if you spend a lot of money and get yourself one of those 46th Street diamonds, or not even diamonds, like rubies or sapphires or emeralds, you're not getting a pure cut emerald or diamond, even though you like to think you are. But they're just, a lot of them are, especially the colored ones, they're all freaking, it's already accepted by the industry to dye them. But I'd rather have a so-called lesser cut and have a real diamond, or have a real, like I have rough cut diamonds. And I also use Herkimer diamonds. I use lots of emeralds, raw emeralds though. They might not be
you can find all these emeralds and beautiful jewelry. You can find it at Facebook, at Conceptual Subculture, at Antique Obsessions. We're also on Twitter, at Antique Obsess I1. So, well, it's the only thing I could come up with. It's
How about
Twitter.
official? How about an Antique Obsessions?
I don't know how many
store?
words they allow, but for now they could just find us there. We already have many followers.
Seems complicated.
Now, if they type in Antique Obsessions, they'll find it. I know you're not arguing with me over the name of the
No,
Twitter.
I just like to make it. It's
promote.
hard enough. We're so hard to find. We're so fringe.
On Twitter.
You got to make it easy since we're so fringe as it is. But anybody.
One thing you won't argue with me over is my stance on the fact that we live on a plane.
Well, it's a very strange thing. One of my friends today said, "Well, what is it that's underneath us?" And it is in a way a plane. It's a plane, but it's also like a ball, and it's like an eyeball. It's like, imagine this: you're living on the flat part of your inside of your eye, like your retina. You know what I'm saying? Like you're written, and then it's like if you were to slice your eyeball, like in the whole glassy part, that's like the firmament, is like the dome, and it like protects your iris and pupil, and you're like living in your iris. You understand? Like that's what we are, and the pupil is like your magnetic, the magnetic poles is right in the middle, and that's also supposedly goes to the Godhead, which is who sees you. And then it's like a mirror.
Yeah, the pineal. Basically, your eye of Ra in your brain.
Yeah. It's weird. We're living in an inside-outside world. That's for sure. Like, David Icke's kind of right, because he's like, said it's kind of holographic. And in the end, there is even speculation that, you know, the stars are just like, are outside of the firmament. I mean, where are they? How come we've never been to them? Okay, how come if they're even if you go to Enoch, the book of Enoch, they say that the stars are in the firmament? I don't understand. If they're in the firmament, we've been in the low levels, even according to NASA, we haven't left the low levels of the Earth's atmosphere. How come we never even attempted to go to a star?
I'm starting to think that the stars are a bunch of parasitic freaking fish out there because, you know, you have to wear like a scuba suit to go out into the vast ocean of space. But look, you're a celebrity in your own right. You've been on TV. A lot of like celebrities are coming out with like flat Earth now. I mean, you believe it? Even Howard Stern came out and talked about flat Earth. Some football player for the
Obama talked
Rams. The Shaquille O'Neal.
Obama talked about it like 3 times, and so did even Hillary.
Oh, what Obama gave globes to some speech goers, and he gave them Obama masks and globes.
Mm-hmm. But
no, but he helped push it. You're right.
You know, everybody. If you want to bring it up, I mean, this is like weirder than 9/11. I mean, actually, it's even easier to swallow because at the end of the day, it coincides with the church's conception that we're have a flat Earth in the front, and this goes back to their original book. So,
the rabbis are right, and the damn freaking pedos at the Vatican are right.
Yeah, they're all happy. You know, they're all. I mean, I guess
they're all vindicated.
But it's kind of convoluted because at the same time you have the biggest telescope right here in Arizona, Lucifer, and you wonder right now, like, why there is no record. There's no images from Lucifer at all. And that is run by the Vatican. So there are no... Do you know that? There are no photographs available from the Lucifer telescope right here in Arizona. Ever. Forever and ever. There hasn't been. There never was. There never will be.
Well, like when I spoke with Jordan Maxwell, I meant to say Saturn is a consciousness. I slipped up. I said NASA consciousness. But NASA is conscious of the fact that Saturn is an information field and a consciousness. And when they show you pictures of Saturn, it's the same thing. They're showing you CGI lies that they want you to buy. Just a bunch of phony, baloney crap. Oh, there's a planet. There you go. There you go, kiddo. No. What it looks like is it looks like a glowing freaking eye, doesn't it? It doesn't look like a planet.
They all look like you. Every time I've seen a lot of people zoom in on stars like that they call Sirius.
Because it's an information field. It's a consciousness.
Yeah, and NASA wants to explain it as gaseous. First of all, if it's gaseous, it would have already been like dissipated like a fart. Okay, in my opinion, anything that's gaseous can't be around like. That's constant. That's why they call it constellations, because those stars are constantly there, and just as we're fixed, they're fixed. I'm not sure how they're guided around a
a sun and a moon, but as we are, but it's been zoomed in on, and there's been people with high quality lenses, not the Lucifer lens, but in the end, they always look like pupils. They always look like eyes. I mean, when they do get to a certain level of focus, and they do have colors and auras around them.
One star was morphing back and forth into a cube, and
and Hebrew letters. Every single one. It was like in motion. There were these patterns that
it was
kept
serious.
Repeating.
It was serious.
Right, and it kept repeating the patterns, right? Didn't they somehow repeat the patterns?
It just looked like an information field, like the Matrix or in the internet. It looked crazy.
Yeah, I believe that there's weird information out there, like that looked like Hebrew or Phoenician or however they originally assigned those,
but really,
those letters.
Do you think
there was
this
one
eclipse,
that looked like Japanese letters.
Right, it looked crazy. But do you think this eclipse? We're talking about the stars now, but is the eclipse making everybody batshit nutty? Because now they're gathering outside of Trump Tower and they're shouting KKK and fascist USA, and they're going batshit crazy outside of Trump's tower. You see, they're all gathering. Trump even had to bring out the freaking garbage trucks to defend himself.
Why didn't he just fly in on his roof, with one of his helicopters?
That's probably what he did.
He had to be like Batman and shit, coming through the tunnels, coming through the most inconspicuous ways. Oh, God.
And you see NBC and all these idiots they're putting Donald Trump as a rat, a giant, orange rat.
I can't really look at that.
Believe that?
Isn't
it vile? Isn't it vile? This is the New York that you knew, and did you really love it? Really? It's like a big stinky
It's gotten
turd.
really bad. Okay,
a big stinky prayer rug.
It's really not cool now. Sorry. With that radioactive tritium water, no thank you.
So there you have it. Just a bunch of insanity going on at Trump Tower. They're all out there. Oh, Trump's a Nazi. They're all wearing their little communist shirts. It's the Communist Party out there.
Don't they have something better to do?
Oh my God! Listen to these.
Like go to a museum, raise your intelligence quota. I don't know.
Hey, listen to these morons. Listen to these morons.
Oh God.
Oh my God! Seriously.
They go to fucking sleepaway camp and shit, and they want to. They're down to
these people make me want to be like, not a rhino or a neocon, but kind of like, they make me want to be a Nazi. Yeah, bring out the batons.
Yeah, but
ugh. I don't even want to be a Nazi. I just want to go out there and bulldoze them all myself and I don't want.
Well, I wish there was a way that you could freak them out and have them reconcile with their thinking. That would be the most interesting thing. If you could create some series of events and those people would be stunned and then be in love with him, for example, like a witchcraft spell, and all of a sudden those people that were hating him were loving him.
That's funny you say that, because now I definitely got to transition into what you just said, because Trump is part of the occult. They don't know it. Okay, on the 66th floor of Trump's tower, he has a homage to Apollo, the sun god. Now, that means that he is part of a cult that goes back to Egypt, the followers of Horus. Now, I don't know what they're planning on doing. I mean, Trump, as you can see here, he's kind of hurting with this Charlottesville now. They're using it to bring his polls down, right?
Tavistock polls? I don't think he gives a shit. He'll pull off something else, and something's got to flip.
Well, they're using it again as a coup. The George Soros, you can't deny that have infiltrated. They got their freaking McMaster in there. He's like the crazy general from what's that movie? They Drop the Bomb and Love It.
Stanley Kubrick's worry about the Doctor Strangelove.
Doctor Strangelove, yeah, Doctor Strangelove it's like a brain fart for the moment, but that's what they have. That McMaster's like a crazy general.
How I stopped worrying about it.
McMaster's like a crazy general from Doctor Strangelove, and they're trying to use this Charlottesville, Psyopsville, KKK retards with helmets, freaking mosh pit fights that you've seen better fights at a old ass Bad Religion concert at Warped Tour.
Yeah, his name is Mick Master. It's funny. It's like MC Masturbate. Yo, MC Masturbate.
Yeah, he's whacking off. He's whacking off all over the Trump administration. Okay, he's whacking them this way. He's whacking it that way. He's just whack. Period. And you want to know what's whack? Listen to this. Okay, there are fleas in Arizona that have tested positive for the plague, infectious disease that killed millions during the Middle Ages. You see this shit? Fleas. Maybe that's what's got all these idiots and these Tucsonians now. Look at them, brown and proud. Meanwhile, she's fat as hell. Now they're all rallying against Nazis too. Look, the Nazis are defunct. They became the Fourth Reich, aka your USA corporation, with the gold trim around the flag. So what are they marching about? Do they even know what Nazis are? Do they? Do they know what Operation High Jump is, Operation Paperclip is?
People are getting their exercise for the day.
Okay, and for those who don't know, folks, I'm laughing not only at the fleas that have been found in Arizona, but also there's a bunch of fleas that are marching all over downtowns in Arizona, Phoenix, Tucson, denouncing hate and bigotry. Didn't Trump already do that? Didn't he do that already? I mean, didn't he do that? Do I have to play it again? He denounced it. He said it. Okay, he said it.
Racism is evil.
There you go. He denounced it. Why are they marching?
They have their critics. They're just inciting a
Why
riot.
are they bothering?
Because inciting a riot.
Trump.
Bruce,
like your song.
Incite a riot. That's what they want to do. Incite riots.
They want to incite riots.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter whichever way it is. They'll make a riot off of him after somebody else had a riot, for something he didn't say fast enough. It doesn't matter. He knew what he was doing by them not denouncing it, because he was just like, I don't really care. He was just fucking with them, you know what I'm saying? He knew that this was going to spur something. So, and it did. It just proves that they're fucking idiots. And just fuck it anyway. I mean, people are just pissed off because Obama's not, the black man's not in president.
Oh, God, the black man.
Like, does it really fucking matter? I mean, we're glad that we had one in the first place, so just go fucking eat a dick.
Oh, really?
Donald is good, great. It just stop looking at his color, and you motherfuckers who care about his color so much are colorblind.
They're racist against orange people, and that's the thing. Color, divide. How about we're all Americans first, and like color is just like not of importance. It's the grade of your character, right?
Well, there's more and more Somalians, more and more Syrians still coming in here. So anybody thinking that he's stopping any of that shit, or even putting them in concentration camps. In fact, it's the other bitch that almost would be. Well, she even said, "Let's put everybody in happy camps." You know? I mean,
my God!
I heard her.
Oh my God! Hillary Clinton would put us all in concentration camps and take the guns, and that's why Trump likes the Bruce Montalvo show. Good things happen for this show, believe it or not. Okay, there's a hidden hand that controls us, right?
What about those bitches? I'm sorry,
controls us for good.
Remember those bitches that after Trump won in court, Sonia Sotomayor, Pelosi, all were white. They were doing some spell against them,
we know that the demo rats are a bunch of freaking witchcraft using KKKers themselves. But look, like I'm trying to say, Trump likes us because we're real news. Right? Listen how much guff they give him. I mean, seriously.
President, can you explain why you did not condemn those hate groups by name?
I just prayed that he condemned them.
They have been condemned. Why are we not having a press conference? They said on Friday we'd have a press conference. We had a press conference. We just had a press conference.
We just had a press conference.
Does it bother you? I like real news, not fake.
You're fake news. You hear that? He sticks it to him all the time. Look, I like real news. You're fake news, so shut your mouth.
And you know what's amazing? If you go back and look at that video, what's behind him? The style of painting? Trump Lloyd.
Trump Loy.
Yeah, go look at that video. You should just tell everybody where to find
You see, let me tell you something else. Okay, your mother, my mother-in-law, attacked me on Twitter. She said, shame on you because I said that Charlottesville's fake news. It's lies on TV.
Oh, come on. This isn't only bad.
I think she's going senile. I think we have to put her into a retirement people's home center pretty soon.
Think so.
No, I think so.
She's like the popular.
Oh, okay, how about this? No, she's not. They need to take away her Twitter now because she's saying shame on me for exposing fake news. No, shame on you for shaming your son-in-law on Twitter. You see how I kind of paused your son? Yeah. It's like I want to make her my mother, libtard and all. And look, you idiots, she's my libtard, okay? So don't you go saying anything to her. I got other outlets like liking the tweets that I'm telling your mother, like Trump outlets. Yeah. So they're like laughing at me having a fight with my liberal mother-in-law.
But you know what? You could even tell my uncle, who's a Trump lover, right? The one whose brother-in-law gave Trump millions and millions and millions of dollars. And, you know, you tell him that was fake news, and he'd say the same thing to you. So that's just the run-of-the-mill person. That remember, Steve thought that you loved ISIS because you said something was fake?
Because I didn't believe it. Something on CNN. You have an uncle that works literally for the Nazis.
Yeah.
Like Lockheed Martin making UFOs and shit.
I don't understand anything. You could tell.
And it's like, yeah, CNN's fake news. And he's like, does that mean you support ISIS? Yeah. I'm like, dear God, man, you are retarded.
You know what it is, Bruce? You just can only go so far with people. You can love them, whatever. But if they don't understand it, they don't want to understand it, and it's too far out of the realm, and you have to jump too far down the rabbit hole to get there. They don't want to go, and that's it. They just want to have their, their baseball and their fucking yacht clubs and their parties, and that's it. They don't really want to know, and they're happy that way. And it doesn't matter if you know and you think you're happy, and that won't make their lives any happier. So
they're
it doesn't really matter.
They're just busy getting stoned, and not that there's anything wrong with getting stoned, but they should love the fact that you can get stoned here in the United States of America. Okay, one of the many rights. Because why don't you go to Iraq and try to be stoned over there? Okay, they're gonna get the wrong idea. Okay, isn't that one of the many freedoms we have? You could just get stoned here without the rocks.
Well, I think in Israel they really legalized marijuana, right? So
they did that, huh?
Anyway, yeah, I don't know about the Middle East, though. That fucking place. I mean...
Oh, no, we're not going there. No, we can't go there. No, there's no looking at the, Giza Plateau. There's none of that. I mean, I saw the drive into there. It looks awful, man.
I told you.
It looks like El Salvador, times 10.
No, it's worse. Those people...
That's what I'm saying.
You don't understand their language. And they have, and then the women, they're all, tied up in their fucking hijabs and shit, and the men are giving dirty looks and with their toothless mother on the camels and their, with their, oh, you think it's so exotic? Oh yeah, I gotta spend $3,000 to see how exotic the barefoot Arab dude is with his staff. He's all skinny and shit. No. He's looking for some bucks to show you the way, while these ladies that are enslaved by their gross men that haven't showered in fucking months, or just killed their cousin in the Arab Spring 2 years ago. They're just walking around like zombies because they don't know what the fuck. And then you have to support their economy. Nah, you know what? I don't fucking believe any of that shit. So go ahead with your Giza and your fucking pyramids. They're probably newer than than you're admitting, or even just a different time period. I don't believe anything.
Well, I heard some sand monkey there say that they barely installed the quartz crystal in one of them in the 1700s.
Yeah, 1700s.
Or they renovated it or something. So yeah. It's like, oh, okay.
What part is and then they say that they're not even taking care of it, the country of Egypt. They're using it as a limestone quarry. I mean, people are going in and grabbing limestones, making mosques out of it, and stores, he said, in people's homes and buildings and shit. He goes, I was like, wow. And they showed a certain area where...
Okay, so what are our final thoughts? Because, you're on Monday nights. I said, you're going to tag team. You're going to do a tag team with me. Mm-hmm.
We were all, fuck Egypt.
That's
okay?
right. Yeah. Fuck
Doesn't
Egypt.
matter. You know what I'm saying? Like they did that to themselves. They're not really enticing me, even with their.
So where the hell in the world are we gonna go? I mean, there's nowhere in the world we can go.
Greece is pretty cool still.
Okay. Yeah, but we lose all our American rights as soon as we, leave the United States.
You can go to Hawaii.
As soon as you leave this corporation.
Hawaii.
What if North Korea nukes it?
Nah.
Listen, we're facing like a nuclear freaking holocaust. Oh wait, nukes aren't real.
Nukes aren't real, dude.
Because they don't even know how to say nuclear half of the time.
Yeah, they say nuclear, but they could definitely hit it with a ICBM or, you know what I'm saying?
Well, so whatever's running North Korea is like Godzilla, like lurking underwater.
No, I think it's the CIA. I don't think they're really going to do anything. There's too many important people.
Well, just look at the secret history of the CIA. I mean, they did a coup to install Mao in China. They took out Mossadegh in Iran, and so on. They have a long history of having many coups to overthrow governments.
Yeah. Well,
so,
we got to figure out
what is North Korea any different? I mean, it's just the same as Bush going into Iraq for weapons of mass destruction.
What happened?
This
stupid riot took over, and everybody forgot about Little Kim. That's how it is.
What?
The
little dictator, right? The little dictator in North Korea.
Yeah, I mean, the guy starts making headlines, and that's the thing.
Oh, you know who's making bigger headlines now? That ugly motherfucker, David Duke. Look how ugly David Duke is. I mean, oh my God.
Okay, but what's amazing, Bruce, is that you're not understanding the whole thing is that America is gripped by the news. It's never like all 10 things at once, like this is happening, and then it's separate days.
You know what David Duke looks like? David Duke looks like Mickey Goldmill. Hey, Rock! Hey! Now we're gonna have you chasing chickens.
Let me see how he looks.
He looks like freaking Burgess Meredith in that
Can
picture.
I see how he looks
yeah, you're seeing it. It's on the screen for all our viewing audience on the Bruce Montalvo Show on YouTube. Ex-KKK leader David Duke has meltdown.
I know he's a leader. I know he was a member.
Who is David Duke? Trump supporter? Ex-KKK leader wants Trump to keep his promises. A total freaking psyop, just having him there as like an instigator, controlled opposition, COINTELPRO, FBI operation to the max. This is psyopsville, not Charlottesville. All this chaos, you've seen better chaos at the Vans Warped Tour.
It's so fake. That's me. That is so fake. There's this guy David Duke. I listen to him. I try to hear him, and I could read past a certain amount.
He's just an anti-Semitic butt wipe.
Yeah, but he's not.
Okay, really. With all his Zionist this and Zionist that. All right, he's just a piece of shit, a dirtbag, and Trump has to mention him like 100 times.
Yeah, but the thing about David
Duke he's not
is
human.
that he's so phony because I listen to him and I go, okay, come with your anti-Semitism. First of all, he talks down to people, even his listeners. I mean, they're obviously not me, but they're his KKK fellows. So he's making fun of them. He's calling them. He's got a honey trap. This motherfucker, I don't even believe he's a real anti-Semite. I believe he's there to cull and collect real anti-Semites. Because I think this guy is part of the order, works for the government, and he's faking it. Because
No, but I'll tell you who's not faking it. Guys like this, all right? Listen to this. Okay? The Black Lives Matter, who he's going toe-to-toe against. Yeah. Okay, this is how they feel, isn't it?
Then we must rise up and kill those who kill us. Stop them and kill them and let them feel the pain of death that we are feeling.
Damn! Let them feel the pain of death. I mean, it sounds like a freaking Slayer song.
Yeah, but he's great. You see, that's what I'm saying. He's a great performer. Louis Farrakhan, he totally worked for the CIA, and he had cancer. He was going to die, and then he disappeared, and then he started working back for the government again. So that guy is also a shill, but he's got a great oratorial skills. I mean, he's very like Sammy Jackson with it, you know what I mean?
Just like Obama, they're good at packaging hate and division and racial division and put it all out there so that you get chaos or this manufactured chaos like we saw in Psyopsville, Charlottesville.
I mean, there's a way that Baptist emotional evangelical rhetoric gets to people. I mean, they really, it really can inspire people's, evoke your emotions, you know, and just hearing a great pastor like that. This guy, Jeremiah Wright, he also was good.
Repugnant.
They
you believe me? Repugnant. Just no different than those anti-Semitic Zionist blacks from Brooklyn.
So, but I don't really get with them. I like Donald because I find him cool to the level. He's like a good businessman. He's from New York. I can relate to him. He's classy. He's world traveled.
And they keep saying that he didn't denounce racism. I mean, listen to it. He denounced it.
And those who cause violence in its name are criminals and thugs, including the KKK, neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and other hate groups that are repugnant to every...
Okay, first of all, Obama never condemned any of these groups. Maybe the Black Lives Matter or none of them. He didn't condemn them, right? And they're still out to destroy them, okay? He's the reason for these termites that have the bubonic plague again in Arizona.
Which Chinese is that?
Okay? That's because he's been hanging out with the Chinese president a lot. I've been eating a lot of chow mein and a lot of eggplant, and they didn't give me enough eggplant in my last Chinese dish, and I'm not going to buy it from them anymore. They're fired now. They're fucking fired. And David Duke, fuck you. I don't have to say your fucking name all the time. Okay, David Duke? David Puke.
I try to hear what Rents was saying, but that shit was... couldn't even get it on, you know?
That's the thing, you know? Every time David pukes all over the freaking internets and the TVs, this guy Rents with the Vidal Sassoon haircut is like all over the place. Even on TMZ.
I know.
Unbelievable.
It's good for them, I guess.
Yeah.
One big happy family.
So, we're one big happy family, and we make things in America, one-of-a-kind, beautiful jewelry. Before we go, we're on every Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and Mondays at 9 p.m. Mountain Time. And we fund this show with Made in America, beautiful sterling silver jewelry, etc.
That's right. Come by, say hi. We got some 50% off sales going on right now. You want to stop by, maybe even on eBay, you could do a make offer. We're Outrageous Jewelry, if you could find us there. I guess you could type in Outrageous Jewelry eBay, and you'll see us too, you know, with all the products. A lot of people like to use that, so I'm all for many different forms. I like Amazon, eBay, Etsy. I like it all, you know. Yup. I'm going to have some photographs up there. We got some... had a fight with somebody about some stupid shoes the other day. It was like, man, some people, they just try to make it hard for you, but they never seem to win, do they?
You said make it hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, they never seem to win. and they're not going to win.
No.
And we're not going to let them win, and neither is Trump, so... he's going to keep fighting. I mean, you believe it. I mean, Obama's still fighting him. He thinks he could show up at Chance the Rapper concerts and he could keep instigating the resistance against Trump. I mean, you hear how vile all these Black Lives Matter black leaders are? They want to kill. Okay? And this guy, whoever was driving the Dodge Charger, is probably fake news, a fake stunt pulled off and paid for by George Soros and McMaster of the deep state to try to bring down Trump.
Let me tell you how uncool Obama is. Obama's such an uncool nigga that
he's so uncool, I'm going to call him Uncooler.
Yeah, and he's so uncool, like everything he talks about, everything he's done. And, you know, I got nothing ever against any black person, but this motherfucker is just the epitome of idiocracy, and I would not even want to have to be seated across from him at a table to have to make conversation with him, because I find that he's stupid, and he's just a game player. And
anybody that writes a book called The Audacity of Hope is pretty fucking stupid.
He never came to the game.
The audacity of that jackass.
He never had anything that was, he never had his game stacked up right to begin with. He was just put there.
Janine, last time I checked, socialists were Nazis. Right? So they want to keep calling Trump a Nazi. Okay, they're the ones.
right.
They're the ones with the hateful
That's
rhetoric,
true.
and I just played it tonight. So
They're all related to somebody, and let me tell you, it's not really who you're related to; it's who you are. And it's not what badge you wear; it's your actions, and it's not even what you say. It's kind of like what you do.
Look, I like Trump's new slogan that he's coming out with: 2020. Let President Trump just be President Trump. And so you wanted to be like Mike. You wanted to let Michael Jordan be Michael Jordan. Let Trump be Trump. He is like the Michael Jordan of politics.
I like the way he was walking in front of some Trump Lloyd painting.
That's right, calling out fake news, MSNBC. And that's the thing. That's the thing. See, they're all fighting out there like, we're the new Knights Templars. Yeah, man, we're working for Hillary. Yeah, they're working for Hillary. The fucking KKK's working for Hillary. They're working for the FBI. I don't buy it. They're trying to bring down the Trump presidency. They're trying to overthrow him. Okay, McMasturbate and that fucking ghoul Steve Bannon and all these people with bad news are going to stab Trump in the back just like Caesar got stabbed in Rome. Why don't you pick up a book and fucking read so you know what they're going to do to your damn president. This is Bruce Montalvo signing out. Catch you on the flip side.